Hey y'all, welcome to Kamira's Kitchen. Today, honey, we are going to get into a peach cobbler that is easy to make, delicious, and I bet you even have most of the ingredients in your cabinet right now. Now, these are the ingredients. Some of them are optional, and I will tell you which ones as we cook. Now, I know y'all saying, girl, that's a can of pears right there. Now, honey, I did not have 4 cans of peaches, and baby, I was not going to go back out to the store. All right. So I made it work. Okay. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And in a 9 by 13 casserole dish, I am going to add 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter. Instead of melting the butter in the microwave, I am just going to take my casserole dish and place it into the oven while the oven is warming up and the butter will melt. Keep an eye on it though, because you do not want the butter to brown. I have drained the juice from 2 of the cans. I left the juice in the 2 peach cans that were in peach and pear juice. If you do not want a juicy cobbler, you want it a little bit more dry, you can either just leave the juice in 1 can or drain all of them. I am going to add a tablespoon of cornstarch to this mixture just to ensure that the juice that is left does thicken up a bit. You can decide if you want to use peaches that are in heavy syrup or just in their natural juice. It is actually totally up to you. Just be aware that if you use the ones in heavy syrup, of course, your cobbler is going to come out sweeter. I am going to take out the seeds from this pear because even though it comes in a can, baby, and they say they process it, you just have to look out. Now this is where I'm going to flavor everything. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of fresh nutmeg, and then I am going to add about a teaspoon of cinnamon. This cinnamon is very fresh. If yours is a little on the old side, baby, you might need to add a little bit more. Okay. The peach bourbon is optional. I am then going to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla and just a little bit of lemon juice, maybe about a tablespoon. It really brings out the flavors in the peaches and the spices. And I really would suggest you add this in if you have it. If you don't add it, you can add like 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon extract. Mix that together, and then we're going to start working on the crust. I am going to use a really simple crust. I'm using 2 cups of self-rising flour. I always love to weigh my flour. This is going to be about 240 grams, but of course you can just scoop it out. To that, I am adding 1 cup of white sugar and about a 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. The other sugar from the brown sugar I took out and I placed it to the side. I'm going to use that later. Add 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, a touch of vanilla, and 2 cups of whole milk. Now, me personally, I don't do that skim milk, baby. It don't come out the same. It don't got that fat to give it that flavor in it. You want to mix this until it is just combined. Don't worry about if there's a little bit of lumps. Nothing like that, okay? It doesn't matter. It's still going to work out. My butter is now melted. And right into this dish, I am going to add the crust. I am not going to mix it. I'm not going to stir it around. Don't do any of that. Then I'm going to plop in all of my fruit and the juices. Be sure to spread everything around evenly. You see all the juice that I have? This cobbler is going to be on the little bit on the juicier side. So remember, just use less if you want it to be a little bit more dry. That brown sugar that I kept to the side, I'm going to spread that all over the top. You know, that makes that good crust. It gives it, a nice little crunchy layer, nice and golden. I love that. Plus, I sprinkled on a bit more cinnamon. Pop this in the oven for anywhere from 50 to 55 minutes at 350 degrees. And honey, this is perfect. I actually feel like this is best when it cools down a bit and then you even warm it back up. I just feel the texture is so nice. You all let me know if you try this recipe. Thank you so much for watching this channel. I'll see you later. Goodbye and God bless.